Palia is one of my all-time favorite games, and one of the biggest reasons I love it is because of all of the super cozy spots around the world. Through each of the maps available in Palia, there are a wide variety of locations that are cozy in many different ways, and today I want to sit back, relax, and just explore the world of Palia a little bit to take a look at some of my favorite cozy spots in the game. Let's start by exploring a location that is very popular amongst the general Palia community. Shane is a well-known and respected member of Kelima village, serving as a priest of the dragon, which involves many tasks around the valley, but one of the coolest is how he runs the local Apothecary. This building is located in the southwestern corner of the village, towards the tranquil Remembrance Garden. From the outside, this location is definitely stunning with beautiful architecture and so many decorations all around here, like the signs and massive trees. But the most notable part about the building itself is the stained glass, which looks incredible, but especially on the front of the building with the mosaic of Magi, the great dragon, and creator of the Majiri. But going inside is where things truly begin to become cozy. The building is split into two big rooms. The first is the healing room. This is the general area that most residents of Kelima would come to when seeking the services that the Apothecary offers. There are some beds, plants, shrines, a lot of incense, and so many other bits of decoration that anyone would expect to find in a place like this. Everything just comes together in such a nice way to make this area feel incredibly relaxing and peaceful. Then there is the second room in the back, that is the greenhouse. This is the room where Shane is growing and tending to all of the different plants and herbs that he uses within the Apothecary. There are so many different decorations all around here as well, including a wide variety of plants that you would expect. I think there's something really nice with the Apothecary because the main idea of it would be the healing room itself, but it makes so much sense that a greenhouse would be attached to it because why wouldn't there be? And I'm glad it was included in the game. I also mentioned that the greenhouse has a back door which leads directly out towards the Remembrance Garden, which is a nice bonus touch. Northwest of the Apothecary, we can find another incredible location with the Daiya family farm. This is one of the biggest farmlands in the valley that is ran by and serves as the home to Bedru, Delilah, Nile, and Ani. A lot of produce, such as carrots, onions, tomatoes, and more, are grown by the family on this farm, and anyone who needs some quickly can come here to purchase it. As someone who really loves the aesthetics of farms and video games, I just love this farm a lot because of all the plants that are grown here. But on top of plants, there are also a ton of Ormuu in the corral around the barn. I love the Ormuu a lot, and I think they are so cute and fun. Speaking of the barn, you can go inside to find this incredible little area with so many fun decorations. But to go inside of another building, we can head over to the family's house on the farm. This just feels like a very classic type of homestead that belongs to a family that is running a farm. With a big wood pile, tools on the wall, a cozy living room, and a small but well-used kitchen that is connected to a small dining room. But there are many other houses in the game that belong to the different villagers of Kelima and beyond that I think are so incredible. Let's go over a few. First is a bit of a smaller house that belongs to one of the more unusual characters in the game, Eloisa. She is someone who is known to have a bit of an overactive imagination and creates many theories for so many different things in the world. An idea that is kind of translated in her house with so many different books and various odds and ends all throughout her home that are interesting to look at. I enjoy the main rooms of her house a lot, and it feels very comfortable and nice to live in. I especially love her kitchen, where she has a really fun dining table with a bench that basically serves as a booth alongside two chairs with a big fireplace right next to it. I would definitely love to sit here on a cold morning with the fire running while reading through the paper. Maybe add a window or two in here to look outside and enjoy the rain whenever it rains. But a really cool part about her house that is a bit crazier than the rest is her bedroom. Going inside, the first thing you may notice are all the plants. Like, a lot of plants. And as someone who really likes plants myself, I love this room a lot. But there are even more random, crazy things just strewn about the room that really fit the vibes of Eloisa. Leaving the valley for a bit, let's head over to Bahari Bay and take a look at Hodari's house. This entire plot of land is incredible, with the waterfall leading towards a little lake, the little garden that is so fun to see, this little picnic area, and of course all of the fun mining decorations around here that fit with the vibes of Hodari being a miner. But going inside of his house, you can find this very cozy environment with so many fun decorations, nice little seating areas with bread and jam on one of the tables, and a big kitchen. This entire environment is just really fun and cozy to be in, and this just feels like a nice area to live in. But for maybe the coolest house in the game, we have to head further north in Bahari Bay and take a look at Tamala's house. Past a pond in the river, through an incredible fallen log, and across an old wooden bridge, you can stumble upon this absolutely enchanting location. The house itself looks so mysterious and magical, like a witch's house located deep within the forest, which is maybe on point. I especially love all the plants around here and on the house itself, with the grass and flowers growing on the roof. Going inside, you can find a beautifully decorated interior with lots of spooky vibes. Many more plants and herbs that are used for alchemy, with an appropriate bubbling cauldron that contains mysterious ingredients. Massive windows, filled bookshelves, and a nice little dining area are just a few of the many other decorations that help make this place feel magical. Tamala's room itself fits in alongside the rest of her house, but I especially love her bookshelf in this corner with all the decorations that are in it. Continuing further away from Kelima village and further into the ideas of magical locations, let's head over to the Elderwood. North of Bahari Bay, this is a very fascinating and magical area filled with tall cliffs, purple plants, lots of mushrooms, and so many more things. One of my favorite areas in this map is the deep woods. This is such a magical area of the map with the tall trees and many mushrooms located all around here. Anyone who loves mushrooms would surely love this area. The upper parts of this area is fun, which is where the fast travel stables are located. There are some bouncing mushrooms and just a lot of areas that you can climb around to navigate this entire area. But for me, jumping down to the floor provides an even more incredible and cozy experience. I love just walking around this area and feeling like I'm a part of nature. All of the plants and trees and mushrooms just looking down at you is an incredible feeling, which is even more supported by all the trees off in the distance that is disguised by the somewhat thick fog in this area. Another part of the Elderwood that I find to be incredibly cozy is the Demir Dock. Through the Red Blossom Cave, you can enter the boggy parts of the map, and on the westernmost side, out towards the sea, are these docks. I love being surrounded on one side by the bog with all the little paths and bridges through here with the plants and ogopu, or however you pronounce it, in the water. I especially love seeing the mountain overlooking this entire area. Then on the other side, I love being surrounded by the sea, with those mountains, trees, and ruins off in the distance. Then with the docks themselves, they just provide an incredible vibe, and I love walking through this area and enjoying the environment around me. Heading back towards Bahari Bay, with a location that is kind of similar to the docks we just talked about, is the Old Lighthouse. This is maybe a place that more people don't find cozy, but I personally do, so I wanted to point it out. This is a pretty big landmark in the map that anyone who has explored through Bahari Bay should be familiar with. It's also a pretty tall area as it sits on a small mountain with a giant bridge leading to it. Towards the base of the mountain is a more simplistic style of docks that are a popular fishing location. But going inside of the lighthouse, you can explore an area that is relatively abandoned and run down. There's a bunch of decorations with overthrown tables and chairs and a lot of plants growing all over this location. You can climb up the tower, which serves as a small little jumping puzzle with a tiny reward at the top. I love this little jumping area, and I really hope we see more stuff like this in the game as someone who loves jumping puzzles in general. But there's also another little secret area where you can find a hatch that leads to a basement that is very well decorated and seems like a pretty cozy place to live in. For a more unconventional cozy area, let's return to Kelima village once again and take a look at the underground. This is a shopping and activity area ran by the one and only Zeki, and it serves as a location that people who would want to participate in underground trading would want to go to, with the black market store and bar located here. But there is an actual trading area where you can use the trading booths with other players. There are also a bunch of fun games around here, including the arcade machines for heavy metal choppa, access to the tower, which is a massive surreal jumping puzzle that I had so much fun completing, the iconic hot pot minigame with Zeki's prize wheel as well, one of Zeki's wondrous machines, which takes your lucky coins, and a popular fishing area as well. Everything together just makes an incredible little area, which is always very popular. This feels like a major hub of player activity in the game, with a constant influx of players hanging out, participating in the games, and checking out the black market, which I think everything is even better with all of the fun decorations around here, which makes this place feel very cozy and fit the vibes of what this area is supposed to be, especially the main hot pot area located around the bar. But for one final location, let's take a look at what is maybe my favorite cozy spot in all of Palia, the Ormuu's Horn. This is the main tavern located in Kilima Village that is ran by Ashura and is just so incredible in so many ways. First of all, the entire architectural design of this building is incredible, and it truly is a landmark within the village. I love the deck area that wraps around the entire building and leads to some fishing docks along the river that runs through the village. But going inside, you can find such a cozy environment. I love all the tables and chairs with mugs and candles in the board game. I love the central area with the table and couch, and of course, the incredible fireplace featuring the namesake of this establishment. You got Ashura's desk for the foraging guild needs, but also in lore as the front desk for this establishment. You then got Reth's kitchen and a bar here, which is a phenomenal vibe. Going upstairs, you have a variety of rooms and whatnot, and going downstairs, you can find another incredible little dock area that would allow a small boat to come into here to load or unload goods or passengers. Just all in all, this entire area is incredible, and it's just one of my favorite places in Palia to come to, sit back, and relax for a bit. And that's the video. I do hope you enjoyed. There are definitely many cozy areas all throughout Palia, and everyone has different opinions and tastes, so I would love to hear what your personal favorite spot is down in the comments. If you like this kind of video, hopefully I will have more up for you soon enough. I hope you all are taking great care of yourselves. Have a good one, everyone.